Charlie.
And I'm Jack Button.
We are live here at Park Tudor School to see the Park Tudor Panthers go 5-on-5 against
Bishop Chatard.
And starting for Bishop Chatard will be number 32, Cody Alvin, number 22, Jason Moore, number 24, Mitchell Ayers, number 11, Cole Kerr, and of course, number 10, at least, starting for Park Tudor will be number 4, number 20, Malachi Archie, number 15, Michael Moore, and of course, number 21, Ronald Johnson. Who do you have in this game, Jack?
Considering the results of the junior varsity game, in which Park Tudor won by 20, I'm going to be favoring Park Tudor in this one.
Speaking of that JV game, a bit of disrespect by Bishop Chatard at the end of the game as the Trojans walked off the court without giving the respect to Park Tudor that they deserve.
Indeed. In fact, Tristan Buffkin of the junior varsity team actually chased one of the Bishop Chatard players into the locker room trying to get a handshake.
And of course, the main story, interesting, this game, Malachi Archie starting over Cole Green.
Indeed, indeed. Very interesting move by Coach Shelton. We'll see what happens with it. Also notable out, Eli Anderson is out currently with an injury.
Who do you think we have to look at, or Park Tudor have to look out for in order to win this game?
I would definitely be scared of Kobe Albin, who's averaging 18.7 points per game.
Right there, tip off. I'll go towards Malachi chooses not to get it, but it is Park Tudor's ball. Tip off all the way to Park Tudor's baseline. Bishop Chatard gets the best of it, but Park Tudor has the ball. Spencer Hogues passing it in. Gives it to 15, Honecker. Honecker to Moore back to Honecker. Honecker to the corner for Johnson. Doesn't take it. Picks it up top. Dribbling it up on the wing. Gives it to Archie. Archie to Hogue. Hogue dribbling it up top. Tight defense by Kerr. Passes it to Johnson, who kicks it to Cato. Cato back to Hogue. Kerr on tightly. Down to Honecker up top. To Archie. Archie to Ronald. Open for 3.
And a big shot to open this game for the Panthers. 3-0.
Kerr takes the ball up. Passes it to Ayers. Ayers back to Kerr. Kerr out to Moore up top. Shoots it. And Lewis, no good on the shot. But a putback by Kerr. Kerr gets the rebound, puts it on. 3-2.
A big rebound for Cole Kerr, who only has 6 offensive rebounds entering tonight on the season. With that one, it's 7.
Moore has it. Kicks it to Honecker. Honecker up top to Johnson. Johnson to Moore. Moore drives it in, gets the open drive, but misses the layup. Who gets the rebound, takes it out the court, tries for a fast break, kicks it out to Moore has the ball up top, decides to pass it to Kerr. Kerr to Ayers, Ayers has it up top, tight defense by Archie, passes it to Moore. Moore tries dribbling it in, gets nowhere, Park Tudor playing tight man, but he does break through the defense. As soon as I said that, scoring that is Jason Moore.
And Bishop Chatard takes the lead 4-3 with 6:15 left in the first.
Hogue kicks it to Johnson. Johnson to Cato. Cato to Archie. Johnson has the ball again. Hogue out. And the 3. Quarter 3. Ronald Johnson. And it's good. He was looking hot right off the bat.
That shot was so clean, I thought it was a tie dad.
Mitchell Ayers passes it to Jason Moore. Moore passes it to Kerr. Kerr back to Ayers. Ayers up top to Moore, doesn't get anywhere. Tries to pass it inside though. Oh, tries to pass it inside to Cody Alvin. But Michael Moore goes for the strip, ends up getting the foul. Do you think that was a foul right there?
Honestly, from our vantage point, it looked close. I'm not sure I would have agreed with the refs there.
Kerr goes to pass the ball in. Oh, tries to pass it down to Alvin. Spencer Hogue gets the steal. Hogue has the ball. Gives it to Coffee Honecker. Coffee kicks it to Micah. Micah to Archie in the corner. Archie brings it back up top. Archie to Hogue. Hope to Honecker. Honecker to Johnson. Johnson at the 2-point range where he felt comfortable. But gives it to Gaddafi. Honecker. Deep jumper and it's good. 8-4.
The Panthers have been hot shooting tonight.
Really picks the ball up. Archer to 3 for 4, of course, on the game. Nakamura missing the layup, but still getting an open shot. Kerr had the ball in the corner. Starts driving. More down tightly. Gives it back up to Jason Moore for Bishop Chatard. More drop to Chatard. Kerr tries driving. Almost loses it, but ends up giving it to Moore. Moore drives in. No good on the shot. Albin with the rebound though. Almost stripped by Archie. Still manages to maintain it. Stripped by Archie again. Jump ball. Great hustle by Park Tudor, and that will go with the Chatard's way.
Indeed.
Trojans looking a little sloppy throughout this side of the game.
Absolutely. If Park Tudor continues to keep up this scrappy defense, it may be hard for the Trojans to come back and get the lead and eventually win this game.
4:31 in the game. Kerr passes it into Moore. Back to Kerr. Kerr up top. Dribbling up. Might get Moore on him tightly. Back to Moore. Moore to Kerr, passing it back and forth. Back to Moore. Moore drives it in. Gets a wide open drive on Hogue, but Cato ends up getting last minute defense to prevent the layup. As Micah takes the ball on a fast break. Gets it out to Archie. Archie to Hogue. Hogue drives the ball in. Dishes it to Gaddafi in the corner. Gaddafi drives in. No good on the floater. Kerr gets the rebound.
Honecker playing some tight defense.
Oh! Kerr just tried to pass it inside, but Michael Moore strips the ball because Hogue takes the ball.
And Coach Shelton gives the instruction to Hogue to slow it down and run their half-court set.
There's Jerome Johnson on the wing. Up top to Gaddafi. Gaddafi has it up top. Drives the ball in. Tries for the spin move. Nice spin move, but doesn't complete on the layup. Albin with it. Kicks it out to Kerr. Kerr dribbles the ball up, guarded tightly by Ronald Johnson. Johnson gives it to Moore. Oh, almost gets it from Moore. Ends up giving it back to Kerr in the corner. Kerr open for 3. Ronald Johnson with his hand in his face. No good. Hogue has a fast break rebound. He's jumping it up the court. Dishes it. Could Ronald Johnson go for 3 for 3?
Bang! And the timeout on the court is called.
11 to 4. Parker on the goodness. 4 seconds in the first quarter. I can really see that now. I'm so excited.
Johnson is red hot, and it does not look like Bishop Chatard has an answer for him. 11-4. Wow. Great shooting by the freshman.
Once again, Ronald Johnson getting hot. Because when he gets hot, is it possible to stop?
Honestly, with his background and experience, and most teams haven't seen him on film, considering he's had a reduced role so far this season, he could be the Panthers' secret weapon.
Once again, you can very aggressive. Take the ball many times, but also getting that jump.
The Chatard defense is looking like Swiss cheese, and the Panthers are just the knife cutting through it.
Right now it is 11-4.
Stick around halftime for a presentation.
Check your mic. Apparently doesn't work.
Alright, and it looks as if Albin is going to be passing the ball. Greenwald checks in for Archie, who had a really good first quarter. You can see it because we didn't call it, but he was a really good hustler out there for the Parker.
Indeed, absolutely. And now it seems like the referees are having a conversation.
Bishop Chatard getting a little mad at the referees. That's Coach. Excuse me, that's Coach Shaughnessy. Coach Shaughnessy, excuse me, that's Coach Shaughnessy out there getting a little upset at the refs. Looks like there's a dispute. Excuse me, folks, can you hear me now?
Appears we may be having technical difficulties right now.
Can you hear me now? I am sorry. Somebody say something. I'm very upset. Oh, call flagrant.
Oh, and a flagrant foul has been called on Bishop Chatard coach Brian Shaughnessy. Ronald Johnson at the line. He hit his first, 12-4 is the score, and his second is good. And the score is 13-4 with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the game.
All right.
Apologies, folks, as technical errors are still plaguing us. The Panthers are taking the ball up. Gaddafi Honecker with it, and now Cole Greenwald. Back to Honecker and a Hogue. Back to Johnson. Johnson to Micah Moore. Micah with the layup. No good. Oh, but he almost gets the rebound, and it is Bishop Chatard ball as he goes out of bounds.
Sorry about that, folks. I was off the mic there for a quick second. Oh wait, I think I'm still off. Am I on? Oh, I can be heard now. But
As Edris Redmond takes the ball up for the Trojans.
My apologies, folks. Albin has the ball up top. Dishes it into Redmond, who just subbed in. Redmond back to Lewis. Lewis to Redmond. Redmond up top to Mann. Mann just subbed in as well. Passes it to Bowles Jr. Bowles has the ball up top. Kicks it back to Moore. Excuse me, Lewis. Lewis kicks it out to Mann. Mann gets it stolen by Ronald Johnson. Ronald Johnson taking the ball up. And it's good.
Ronald Johnson having a great game tonight.
13 out of our 15 points. And there's still 2 minutes left to go in the first. But Redmond gets fouled right there. Looks like it's going to be on Micah Moore. That's the second of the game.
It is Micah Moore getting into foul trouble early. Looking for a substitution for Moore, and here it is. Malachi Archie back in the game for Micah Moore.
Looks like they're going with a 6-man rotation right now.
That looks to be the case.
Mann passes the ball in to Lewis. Lewis dribbles it up. Tries driving in on Spencer Hogue. Spencer playing good defense. Kicks it back up top to Redmond. Redmond tightly guarded by Archie. Redmond passes it to Lewis. Lewis to Redmond. Redmond drives it in. No good. Gaddafi tries to get the rebound. Doesn't end up pulling it down. Kicks it out to Mann. Mann gets it back up top. Kicks it all the way to Bowles. Bowles in the quarter to Redmond. Redmond drives it in. Kicks it out to Mann. Mann for three. And it's no good. Gaddafi grabs the board down this time as Hogue takes the ball up. Kicks it back to Gaddafi Honecker. Driving baseline. But looks like he just lost his footing and traveled right there.
If Park Tudor continues playing defense like this, and their offense keeps scoring like this under the power of Ronald Johnson, this game could quickly turn into a blowout as Keenan Lewis checks into the game for Spencer Hogue.
And quick shout out to Park Tudor's pep band. They are playing a great game currently.
Indeed they are. Don't say indeed. I'm sorry.
Redmond takes the ball up. 15-4 with a minute left. Kicks it to Mann. Mann to Redmond. Redmond out to Lewis. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Lewis. A push-off right there on Ronald Johnson.
And Coach Shaughnessy for Chatard is audibly very upset with that call.
Bishop Chatard still held to only 4 points this quarter.
Park Tudor's defense is very surprisingly holding Bishop Chatard to 4 points when they're averaging 58 points a game right at this point.
And Archie drives it in, kicks it out to Cole Greenwald. Greenwald kicks it back out to Archie. Archie for three, and it's good. 18-4, 50 seconds left in the game. Redmond takes it up, kicks it to Lewis. Lewis back to Redmond. Redmond back to Lewis. Kicks it to Bowles. Bowles Jr. out top to Mann. Mann right back to Bowles. Quick movement as Redmond drives it in, shoots the baseline jumper. No good, but they're going to call a foul on the ground. That's going to be Malachi Archie, and I believe will be his first foul of the game.
And Gage Hawley, with 40 seconds left in the first quarter, Park Tudor's already matched their point total from Wednesday's game against Lutheran in the first half.
That is correct. It was 18-18 first half. But as we've learned from Park Tudor, they tend to have very good first halves. Let's hope they keep it up as Redmond misses his first free throw.
They are continuing to live and die by the three-point shot, and right now they are living on it.
Redmond takes a second free throw. No good again. Misses both free throws as Archie gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Ronald Johnson with 35 seconds left. Ronald Johnson takes the ball up. Looks like they're going to be holding it for the last shot. Keenan tries setting a screen. Gets nowhere. Malachi Archie pops up top. Looks like they're going to call it on the floor. And that is going to be called on 20. That'll be called on number 20. Cooper Lewis. That'll be his first. Not Keenan Lunis for Park Tudor, but Cooper Lewis for Bishop Chatard Trojans. As the Panthers have the ball, they're going to get Redmond for a defensive hold on Ronald as he tried to get open for the inbound. Malachi passes it in. 25 seconds left. Kicks it to Keenan. Keenan up top to Ronald. Ronald looks like he's going to be holding the ball. Ronald holding the ball up top. 15 seconds left. Kicks it to Archie. Archie back to Greenwald. Greenwald up top. Oh, almost gets the turnover, but Archie manages to hold on to the ball. 5
seconds.
4, 3. Cato. Baseline jumper. No good. And that's going to be the quarter. Excuse me, that was the top of the key jumper right there. 18-4 at the end of the first. Park Tudor playing a phenomenal first quarter.
Absolutely led the way by Ronald Johnson, who absolutely destroyed the game, having 13 of the Panthers' 18, with Malachi Archie adding in a 3 and Kadafi Honecker adding in a 2, as Will Emhart and Drew Weagle, who will be receiving their state championship rings for their doubles tennis championship, have walked into the gym at halftime.
End of the first. And the cheerleaders are right now on the court. And for the first time in Park Tudor history, we have more cheerleaders than our opposing team. Our 6 trumps their 3. I've been saying it all season. I'll say it again. We have 6 of the best cheerleaders in the country, and we have finally been able to outnumber and outmatch our opponents.
Gage, I'm honestly shocked right now. I can actually hear our cheers over the other teams.
This is a revelation in Park Tudor right now. I am shocked.
As am I. Only 3 cheerleaders tonight for Bishop Chatard.
Looks like Park Tudor's team and cheerleaders are both getting to shine this game.
Yes, they are.
As Coach Shelton is getting him out of the huddle, as it looks like Archie is going to pass it in. No substitutions for Park. However, Ayers checks back in for Lewis. As Ronald Johnson brings up the ball, start of the second quarter.
Here we go.
Keenan Lewis has it on the wing. Gives it to Cole Greenwald, who drives around the baseline, back up to the top. Gives it to Archie. Archie back to Greenwald. Greenwald tries driving in, gets nowhere. Holds it up top, gives it to Archie. Archie holding the ball up top. Kicks it to Ronald Johnson. Ronald Johnson holding it on the wing. Tight defense on him by Mann. But he gives it to Cole Greenwald and the other wing. Back to Ronald Johnson on the right wing. Has it up top. Dribbles it in the left side. Nowhere. Gives it to Kadafi. Kadafi to Archie. Archie drives the ball in. Gets tripped. No foul called though. However, there will be a call on Keenan Lewis for a travel.
Good offensive possession though for the Panthers. Lots of ball movement, keeping Bishop Chatard's defense on their toes.
And once again, another stat to point out. 58 points a game for the Trojans, and they've only scored 4 in the first quarter.
Remarkable defense for the Panthers so far.
Man, up top for 3, though. No good off the rim as Archie pulls down the rebound. Gives it to Ronald Johnson to take the ball up. Johnson appears to be calling a play. Johnson holds it. Gives it to Archie. Archie with the baseline jumper, and it's good. 20-4 with 6:45 left in the second.
Yes, the score is 4-20.
Kerr checking back in. Has the ball up top. Gives it to Bowles. Bowles down low. Gets stripped, though. And that is, that's Album, who got blocked, got his own rebound, got blocked again as Ronald Johnson brings the ball up for the Park Tudor Panthers, slowing it down as of Coach Shelton's request.
Gage, I'm truly starting to wonder if maybe the rim on the other side is a little bit smaller, as none of Bishop Chatard's shots have fallen.
Keenan Lewis has it up top, takes a 3 with a hand in his face. Bad brick right there as Kerr takes it up on a fast break, but holds it up top, dribbles it in again. Kerr, no good on the wide open layup, I presumed, as Cole Greenwald pulls down the rebound.
Chatard's shooting so far has been just truly abysmal.
Ronald Johnson has the ball up top. It's Gaddafi Honecker who goes down low. Gaddafi kicks it to Keenan Lewis on the backdoor cut, and he gets fouled and put to the line for 2 shots.
As Spencer Hogue looks to be coming in for a substitution. We'll see who he comes in for after the first shot. But first, a timeout for Bishop Chatard called by Coach Shaughnessy. As the score is 4:20 with 5:46 left in the second quarter.
And are you not impressed with Park Tudor's performance right now?
I'm impressed, but until we see this performance continue into the second half, I'm a little nervous, Gage, to be honest.
We do look like we're running low on stamina already, which is a bad thing, considering the fact we've only played 7 guys all game. Excuse me, 8 guys all game. Excuse me, 7 guys all game. And it looks like we could be getting worn out soon. Hopefully we can keep up our stamina, we can keep up our conditioning, and man it out through the whole game.
The Panthers are especially hurting because of Eli Anderson's absence tonight. He is out with an injury. However, he is currently, on the subject of stamina, delivering some Gatorade to our thirsty and quenched players.
And that'll be the end of the timeout. As it seems like the fan section is pouring in for Park Tudor. One of the most, if not the most, I've ever seen in our student section. I know I say it every game, but this game, I mean it. I haven't seen these many bodies in a while.
We are actually having trouble looking over to the edge of the crowd. We can not even see the 3-point line on the other side.
As Keenan Lewis goes to the line for 2 free throws. 2 shots.
And Spencer Hogue is in for Ronald Johnson, and Micah Moore looks to be making a substitution after the first shot. Here is Lewis's first.
Micah Moore will be going in for Keenan Lewis after these 2 shots. As Keenan hits the first one, 21-4. Keenan Lewis going up for his second free throw. 1 for 2 on the season. Goes up, and it's good. Micah Moore will sub in for him. 2 good free throws by Keenan Lewis.
And the score is now 4:22 with 5:46 left in the second.
Park Tudor being up as Kerr takes the ball up. Has it up top. Kicks it to Mann, excuse me. Who himself kicks it to Kerr. Kerr seems to be calling a play, holding it up top. Gives it to Mann. Mann up to Bowles. Junior. Oh, good pass down low. They had good ball movement right there. But Micah Moore ends up getting the steal. Shifty hands as a pass from Mann to Ayers. Did not complete. And Spencer Hogue has the ball, slowing the pace down up top.
Another scrappy defensive play by Micah Moore.
And that's Micah who has the ball on the wing. Gives it up to Gaddafi Honecker. Honecker back to Hogue. Hogue dribbles the ball. Gives it to Archie. Archie for 3. No good off the rim as Kerr wraps down the rebound. And Kerr takes the ball up. Gives it to Ayers in the corner. Ayers to Mann. Mann to Bowles Jr. and the wing. Back to Kerr up top. Tight defense by Micah Moore. Gives it down low to Ayers. Ayers back up top to Albin, who is out of his center position. And Kerr has the ball up top. Seems to be calling another play. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second. 22-4. Park Tudor's up. Albin has the ball up top. Gives it to Kerr on the wing. Kerr dribbles it, drives it in, and they go out of their slump. Hits another bucket, 22-6. Park Tudor still up.
Truly an impressive run for the Park Tudor defense, holding them to just 4 points for the first quarter and a half of this game.
Micah Moore has the ball. Gives it to Cole Greenwald. Cole Greenwald back up top to Spencer Hogue. Hogue dribbles the ball, gives it to Greenwald. Greenwald to Hogue. Hogue has the ball up top. Seems to be holding it. Park Tudor just swinging it around. Great ball movement. Honecker gets it up top. Jumper, no good off the rim as Mann racks down the rebound. Gives it to Mann. Mann on the fast break. Mann gives it to Ayers. Ayers down low. Back up top to Mann. Over to Kerr up top. Really slow pace for a team who needs to get back in this game.
Very true, Gage. Very true.
Albin has the ball. Album down low to Ayers. Ayers gets fouled by Archie. Excuse me. That will be his second foul, and it was a shooting foul up for
2 shots.
Tua. Park Tudor really just playing at their pace right now, something that they've been needing to do all season, and they are doing it at an all-time best right now.
Yes, they are, Gage.
2 shots. Ayers up with his first free throw, and it's no good. Another important stat this game, Bishop Chatard, the Trojans, are currently 0 for 3 on free throws. Going into Ayers' second shot, as Archie is checked out of the game, subbing in for, oh, excuse me, he's not subbed out of the game, just talking with Shelton. And Ayers makes his second free throw, 1 for 4, as he is subbed out for Moore. Moore subs right back in the game, Jason Moore, that is. Spencer Hogue brings the ball up, 22-7, Park Tudor. Gives it up. Gaddafi Honaker has it up top. Almost gets it stripped, and on the floor, he does get it stripped. Oh, but a half-court pass by Lewis, I think that was. Maybe not the smartest play right there.
Bishop Chatard cannot be affording to give this many turnovers when they're looking to make a comeback.
And Park Tudor currently on a 2-3 run. They've been losing with Ronald Johnson out of the game. As Michael Moore misses a 3, Malachi Archie goes for the rebound, ends up getting a turnover.
And here comes Ronald Johnson back in the game for number 20, Malachi
Like
Archie.
I said, important stat. They are they went down 3-2 with Michael Moore out of the game. Ronald Johnson out of the game. Comes back. Let's see how they do with him in. Bowles has it. Gives it to Kerr. Kerr down low to Albin. Albin bodies up Gaddafi Honaker. Goes in for the shot, and it's good. Good floater. 22-9. They've had a 5-0 run since Keenan's 2 free throw makes.
Here comes Johnson taking the ball up the court.
Johnson dribbles in, gives it out to Micah Moore. Micah dribbles, gives it out to Cole Greenwald. Cole Greenwald drives, kicks it out the last second. Ronald Johnson overshoots a 3, air ball, 3 for 4 on threes. Good shot selection right there as Bowles has the ball up on the other side of the court. He gives it up to Kerr. Kerr to Lewis. Lewis to Albin up top, and the wing. Kerr has the ball. Doesn't take Albin's screen. Passes it down low to Bowles Jr. Bowles Jr. pump fake shot, and that is a 7-0 run for the Trojans right now.
And I'm going to get concerned for Park Tudor now. Their offense seems to have just slowed down, and Bishop Chatard seems to have awakened itself.
1:30 left in the second as Micah Moore has the ball, drives it, takes a pull-up jumper, and it's good. 24-11. Park Tudor is up. Coach Shelton takes the 30-second timeout, 24-11, with 1:29 left in the second quarter.
Just 89 seconds left in this first half. If I'm Park Tudor, I'm looking to maybe get to 30 points and hold Bishop Chatard to no more points for the rest of the half.
And really impressed with Ronald Johnson's performance, as always. Anybody on Bishop Chatard really impressing you? Anybody from the Trojans impressing you?
To be quite frank, not really anyone. They've just been struggling offensively, just seem to have waken up, and then on defense, like I said earlier, they've been Swiss cheese.
And they're both coming out of the huddle. As it looks like the Park Tudor fan section appears to be necking each other. And not necking as in making out, necking as in slapping the back of each other's necks.
Hopefully this problem will resolve itself, as multiple people seem to be down in the bleachers.
Fighting seems to be breaking out over this necking as Kerr brings up the ball for the Trojans. That's Kerr to Moore, who passes it right back to Kerr. Kerr has the ball up top, gives it to Bowles. Bowles to Moore. Moore right back to Kerr. Kerr has the ball up top, driving, getting nowhere. Park Tudor on a 2-3 zone right now. Switched up from man that they've been playing all game. And they try to give it to Bowles. That is, Albert tries to give it to Bowles down in the paint. Ends up getting it stripped and turned over by Spencer Hogue. Quick hands. for the senior.
And now just 50 seconds left in this first half.
As Ronald Johnson has the ball, kicks it to Gaddafi Honecker, kicks it to Micah Moore. Moore back to Gaddafi Honecker, Honecker to Hogue. Hogue tries driving, gets nowhere, gives it to Archie. Archie has the ball up top, 35 seconds left. Ronald Johnson has the ball, 30 seconds left. Looks like they're going to hold it.
For this one last shot, Johnson has it on the edge of the Panther logo.
Dribbling the ball. 20 seconds left, 24-11. Park Tudor is up in the second quarter.
And remember,
15 seconds left. Hogue has the ball, looking to call a play.
And Shaughnessy looks to be setting up his defense, telling them to watch out for the screen on Johnson, and here comes.
6 seconds left. Gives it to Ronald Johnson. Double team. Drives baseline. Baseline jumper. No good. And that'll be the end of the half. 24-11. Park Tudor is up. What has been the main factor for the game so far? What has been the MVP motive for either team this game so far?
I think my MVP so far has definitely been Ronald Johnson. Just having a clutch first quarter with 13 points. And then in the second quarter, just mostly resting, being on the bench. But still, you can see his value as Bishop Chatard seemed to have kind of stormed back when he was on the bench resting.
Now the real question is, are these going to be the 10 minutes, a.k.a. halftime, that's going to screw up Park Tudor like they've been doing in the last 2 games?
Hopefully not. Hopefully they've learned from previous mistakes. But we'll see.
I don't know about that. What do you think the main cause for Park Tudor's struggling at the beginning of the second half has been against some teams? Do you think it's been because of stamina and conditioning, or do you think it's just been because of the other team's adjustments at halftime?
Actually, Gage, I'm going to go with the third option, and that is that it's inexperience. As you may know, Park Tudor is a very young nucleus. 4 out of the 5 starters were underclassmen, with the lone exception being senior Spencer Hogue. So I think just as soon as we get more experience, more games under our belt, this problem will subside, and hopefully that we have it turned around and fixed, because sectionals are coming up.
Well, let's see how this Park Tudor team does. If they can maintain the 13-point lead, or if they're going to blow it again. I think the way they've been playing, it's almost like their momentum can't be destroyed. But I'm not going to jinx it, as Bishop Chatard has proven a decently good team this season with an 8-9 record.
Yes, they have been a pretty good team, and I would just like to remind our viewers that at halftime coming up is the ring ceremony for Will Emhart and Drew Weagle, your 2017 tennis state doubles champions.
Back to Bishop Chatard. Coach Shaughnessy needs to make adjustments. And what are the adjustments, that Shaughnessy has to make going into this half?
I think we need to see more of Ronald Johnson, of course.
I said Shaughnessy, that's Trojans. What adjustments do the Trojans have to make going into this half in order to try and get back in this game with the Panthers?
My apologies, Gage. I think that the Trojans need to get Kobe Albin more involved, as he's been relatively quiet tonight, even though he is the Trojans' leading scorer.
Well, Gaddafi Honecker really locking down Albin throughout the whole entire first half. Do you think that he could become an issue for Gaddafi in the second?
I'm sorry, Gage. With the pep band playing, I couldn't quite hear that one.
Do you think Gaddafi Honecker will be able to adjust at the second half and be able to maintain on Albin, or do you think Albin is going to do a good job of adjusting himself and actually being in control like he so often is?
I think Albin is going to look to adjust, maybe try and get some off-ball screens onto him to try and free him up and try and maybe get a mismatch with like a littler player, smaller player like Micah Moore onto him. And I hate to take away from this topic, but the ring ceremony for Will Emhart and Drew Weagle has started.
And really, big hand to these two. Big hand to these two. They played a hell of a season for our tennis team.
Absolutely. The first team in state history to win the state finals 6-0, 6-0. An absolutely dominating performance from a dominating team.
And can't wait to see what our tennis team does next year, as we have a couple of true studs on that team.
Indeed. Number 1 singles player Aiden Harris has just been an absolute stud. However, this year got knocked out of the state championship due to some questionable calls by the other player.
Definitely, quite definitely. Referees not taking action like they should have that game. But there's always next season, as he is only a sophomore this year, going to be a junior next year.
And
he is only a junior this year, going to be a senior next year. He has one more year to prove himself.
And here it is. The rings are on the players.
As they are accompanied by new head coach, Andrea Sanders, and Coach Whitehead out there with them as well.
And a photo op here at midcourt as the new state champions are crowned here at Park Tudor.
They are out on the court right now, set to take their pictures and to get their awards. Everybody here on their feet, everybody from Park Tudor, that is. Great to see them get honored.
With just 5 minutes left in this halftime period.
Pep band still going strong. Very rare occasion to see them playing for Park Tudor, as they rarely are.
However, every time they do play, they are always fantastic.
Do a great job by their lead conductor, Mr. Flowers, over there directing his heart out. As it seems like the stands have cleared out just a little at the beginning, or since it's halftime. I don't know if they're going to be gone for good, or I don't know if they're going to be coming back for the second.
I think they might be grabbing their refreshments, grabbing their food, and buckling down for the second half.
And, of course, 4 minutes, 45 seconds left. Once again, what do you think Bishop Chatard and the Trojans, what do you think their number one adjustment has to be? And what do you think Park Tudor's number one thing in general to do should be in the second half?
I think they just need to get more aggressive on defense. They've really got nothing to lose at this point. So just going for some steals, for some blocks. I think that's got to be the number one priority because they keep getting shut down on offense by specifically Gaddafi Honecker, who's been playing a great game so far in the paint.
Gaddafi being a major presence on defense, maybe not so much on offense, but his defensive game has been great. His offensive game has still been pretty up to standard, I would say, but the offense has really been dominated by Ronald Johnson.
Yes, it has. So we'll look anxiously to see if the freshman Ronald Johnson can keep up his high-quality performance into the second half.
And it looks like Sands are coming back. A lot of people not from Park Tudor, but either alumni or left Park Tudor to go to another high school, or just friends of kids from Park Tudor and our student section. Maybe those are some of the bodies that are here today that aren't normally here.
Yes, and it appears Culver is on their break, and there's a couple Culver students in the crowd I can see.
Shout out from Jack Button's brother, Connor Button, as everybody up here is staring at us currently. Lucy Crossan, girlfriend of Eli Anderson, who is currently injured this game, just gave us a shout out. There's Alec Vogel, there's Gavin Murphy.
And
great students here at Park Tudor, the future of this school, of course, as both teams are set to come back onto the court for the beginning of the second half.
And here comes the Trojans of Bishop Chatard coming out for their warm-ups. With just 2:40 until this game resumes action.
And once again, if you're on, you know people who could be on, get them on this stream, everybody on this stream, to celebrate with all of us that we have a chance for Park Tudor to actually win a game, to gain momentum back on their side.
It hurts me to say that wins this year have been pretty rare, but, you know, hopefully Park Tudor can stick it through and take the victory.
And there is Park Tudor coming back on the court. In just a second, the refs coming back. Referees have been doing a pretty good job, if not excellent job, thus far in the game.
What was that, Gage? I'm so sorry.
Referees have been doing an excellent job thus far in the game.
Only one questionable call in my opinion. However, just outstanding game by the three men in the zebra shirts.
As Grant Titillo misses a shot.
Oh, and it looks like a ball is running amok in the Park Tudor student section.
And as we are having some technical difficulties right now, excuse me folks, some outside interference. Sounds like a dying squirrel has just been around us as the beginning of the second half is set to take off right now. Bishop Chatard looking sharp on their shots, hitting the majority of them. And looks like our fan section filling back up again.
Quite interesting to see Park Tudor not come onto the court. Oh, and as I say that, here they come with just a minute left in this halftime period. However, it does not look like they'll be taking any warm-ups. This could be a decision Coach Shelton regrets.
Ooh, I don't know. Them not doing warm-ups could be a sign of confidence, but it could also be a sign of a struggling second half for us.
Yes, very much so. Could be some cockiness that may come back to bite them.
We'll see what happens, though. Do they need the warm-up or don't they? As the pit band clears out of the game to watch the second half here.
And that will certainly make our job a whole lot easier.
Indeed. Indeed. And it looks like David McWilliams has went from dressing for varsity to certified water boy as he brings in water for the starters this half.
It's a very undervalued position. And it looks like Coach Shelton himself is getting a drink as it is now time for the second half to get underway.
The second half. And everybody's standing. I have to say, I didn't expect this, but even with our pep band clearing out, it looks like our fan section has gotten even bigger this half. Fans excited to see a successful team.
Absolutely. It looks like people have been communicating. The buzz is very much real here at Park Tudor School. Park Tudor is winning. Let's see if they can hold this 13-point lead into the second half. As here we go. Bishop Chatard inbounding, and Cole Kerr has the ball, taking it up. And he's looking to pass it to number 24, Mitchell Ayers, but he can't. And they attempt to instantly get Kobe Alden into the game. However, the pass goes errant and goes out of bounds.
Great lockdown defense by Park Tudor, forcing that turnover from Kerr.
But it looks like Chatard has made some defensive adjustments, going into a rather loose full court press as Spencer Hogue takes the ball up.
Park Tudor desperately needs to score here in order to get the first points out of the second half, something that they have failed to do in previous games.
And here's Johnson outside the three-point line. Passes it to Micah Moore, who gets it to Malachi Archie. And now we got Ronald Johnson outside the three-point line. Gives it up to Hogue.
Could have been a travel on Archie.
And here goes Johnson. Now it's Gaddafi Honecker in the paint. Back to Micah Moore outside the three-point line. And back to Honecker, almost fumbles the pass. And here goes Malachi Archie. Oh, and the pass is tipped. And a fast break opportunity for the Trojans. And a great move and a foul.
And Jason Moore.
Number 22, Jason Moore, with a bucket and a chance for a three-point play.
This sounds like deja vu right now, Jack, as they have allowed an and one right off the bat. He goes up for one shot, 24-13.
And here's the shot. It's good. And now this 13-point lead has just shrunken to 10.
Park Tudor needs a bucket soon in order just to stop a run, to get an early bucket, not to let them come back this easy.
And here's Hogue with the ball. Pass. Oh, looks for Johnson on the backdoor cut, but doesn't find him. Instead gives it to And a timeout is called by Coach Shaughnessy for Bishop Chatard as both teams head to their benches.
Somewhat of a questionable timeout in my opinion. I think that if they had even studied Park Tudor remotely, they know to let their players play in the beginning of the second half, let them try and dominate. So I don't know if this timeout was the best call, because it also gives Park Tudor an opportunity to regroup and to get a game plan in.
Especially with momentum definitely shifting to Bishop Chatard's side. This timeout, I agree with the Gage, just does not make much sense.
Fan section getting bigger and bigger as pep band students start to fill in. Looks like starters are going to stay on the court for both teams. 6:56 left in the third quarter. 24-14, Park Tudor up 10.
And let's see who's on the floor for the Panthers. Does not look like any substitution except for the fact that Cole Greenwald is in for Malachi Archie. And here come the Panthers inbounding it. No pressure really from the Trojans as the ball gets inbounded cleanly to Micah Moore, who instantly hands it off to the inbounder, Spencer Hogue. Hogue passes it to Johnson outside the three-point line. Johnson over to Greenwald. Freshman on freshman action. Back to Johnson. Micah Moore driving, and it's wide open, but he passes it. Dishes out to Hogue for the three. Got it!
Hogue wide open for three. Great pass by Micah Moore.
And the lead's back to 13, 27-14 with 6:30 left in the third. And here comes Cole Kerr with the ball. Passes it to Mitchell Ayers, who gives it up to Jason Moore. Back to Kerr. Kerr at the free throw line. Kerr picks it up, gives it to Kobe Albin, guarded by Gaddafi Honecker. And Albin passes it up to Jason Moore. Jason Moore outside the three-point line. Resets it back to Cole Kerr, who's standing at the Panther logo at midcourt. And here is Mitchell Ayers. Oh, and they go for the inside feed. Tipped, and now Kobe Albin's got it at the... Oh, and a bank shot is in for Kobe Albin.
We needed to capitalize on that steal right there as Alden hits the bucket.
Yes, and
27-16 Park
like
Tudor.
we said at halftime, Kobe Albin's looking to get more involved as he is Brebeuf's leading scorer. Here's Hogue, brings it up, passes it to Micah Moore, gives it to Gaddafi Honecker, and now to Cole Greenwald. Back to Honecker, to Hogue. Hogue's got it. Looking for Johnson, doesn't get him, gives it to Honecker. Honecker, ooh, fakes the pass to Micah Moore, and is now at the block. Gives it to Hogue. Hogue to Honecker. Oh, Hogue almost got the cut. Honecker with the shot, and he
got it.
Sinks it in. The mid-range jumper for Honecker, 29-16 for
and
your
the
Panthers.
13-point lead stays intact as 3 minutes have gone by in this third quarter.
And now Cole Kerr has it at just about mid-court on the Brebeuf side. Gives it up to Cooper Lewis. Cooper with the three, and he sinks
Deep
it.
three by Cooper Lewis.
Almost looked like Steph Curry with that one. And here comes Hogue bringing it up the floor. Hogue does a little bit of a spin move. Directing traffic for the Panthers. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson to Honecker. Nearly hands it off but decides not to. And Cole Kerr gets the steal for the Trojans. Cole Kerr bringing it up. Oh, nearly traveled. But he still got it.
Michael Moore playing tight defense.
Yes,
star
he is.
player
Cole
Kerr.
gives it up to... oh, and Albin's wide open.
That is what we cannot allow, Alden to get wide open butts like
Jason
that.
Moore, Gaddafi Honecker just left sleeping, and the score is now 29-21. Bishop Chatard has nearly completed the
Trojans
comeback.
getting loud because they know that they have the momentum on their side. They have Park Tudor on the ropes right now, but Park Tudor was easily winning in the beginning of the second half.
Yes, you do. Honecker now to Johnson. Johnson to three. Oh,
Could have
just
killed the
short
momentum
off the
right
rim.
there.
And, here comes the Trojan, that led by Cooper Lewis. Now to Cole Kerr. Kerr to Jason Moore. Jason Moore trying to find Albin, and the pass is just a little too long. Tried to save it, Albin did, but he could not. And with 3:57 left in the third, it's Panther ball.
That would have been deadly if they would have gotten the pass to Alden right there,
Really
as that
would.
would have been not only a continuous momentum, it would have erupted in here, but it would have also gotten Alden hot, which is something we shouldn't want. Gaddafi, though, playing great defense, forcing the turnover.
And here come the Panthers. Johnson's got it. He's almost at the timeline. And he gets across. Johnson gives it to Greenwald. Greenwald's holding it, waiting for the play to develop. Honecker comes out beyond the three-point line to get it. Honecker dribbling around, passes it to Micah Moore, who gives it to Hogue. Hogue dribbling. Still dribbling, a spin move for Hogue. And gives it up to Greenwald. Greenwald, the freshman, behind the three-point line right now.
Great defense by Chatard.
Yes, it is. And now Hogue's got it again. Hogue with the layup. Oh, and it's blocked. Blocked by Kobe Albin.
And the Trojans really playing great defense. Better defense than they played all game.
Absolutely. It looks like halftime has just done nothing but make them better. And here comes the inbound play. Hogue, the inbounder, finds Johnson. Johnson inside to Honecker. Honecker with the and one.
Huge shift of momentum right there as he went up with power, with strength. Something we've been wanting out of him for a long time, and actually capitalizes it. Great move by Gaddafi Honecker.
Honecker is, of course, the biggest player on the court, and he's really showing it right now. And he's going to the line for one shot.
Currently, the worst free throw shooter on the team. Still not a bad free throw shooter, however.
And here comes Honecker's shot. He dribbles it once, dribbles it twice, dribbles it 3 times, and shoots it. It's no good. Too long off the back of the iron. And now
31-21, 3:15 left.
Edreese Redmond has it, passes it to number...
Fouls.
Oh, and Kobe Albin. Oh, man, that play developed so fast I couldn't quite...
They seem to switch up Kobe Albin's strategy down low. Before he was trying to post up Gaddafi, which wasn't working. Now he's getting on the inside of Gaddafi, throwing it over his head to Alden, trying to get the layup. It's worked 1 out of 3 times so far. Technically 2 out of 3 if you count that foul on Gaddafi successful.
And Chatard inbounded it. Oh, and there's Albin wide open on the post, and it is now 31-23 Panthers.
The Trojans refusing to go away.
Johnson brings it across the timeline under heavy pressure from number 22, Jason Moore. Gives it off to Micah Moore. And Gaddafi Honaker has it. Oh, from the Oh, the baseline jumper nearly falls. It's short though off the rim. And here come the Trojans. Oh, and there's a foul call on number 10, Cole Greenwald.
If he hit these free throws, this could be a huge shift of momentum right now. I do not want to see Park Tudor throw another lead, as they are only up 8 now with 2:40 left in the third quarter.
And Jason Moore at the line for 2.
Moore having a solid game.
He is, as Kobe Albin has been until now shut down by Gaddafi Honaker, and here's Moore on his first. It's short, off the front iron.
Bishop Chatard 1 for 5 on free throws this game, not shooting very well.
They really need to turn that around if they want this game to go into their favor. And here's the second. It's good.
Why was I cheering that? I just gave it a little fist bump. Don't really know why. Just because it went in, I guess. 2 for 6 for Trojans overall shooting as Micah Moore takes the ball up.
And Moore's got it and gives it to Honaker behind the three-point line. And he gives it over to Ronald Johnson as Hogue almost gets a pass, but not. Here comes Micah Moore. Micah Moore, and one! What a play for Micah Moore. Acrobatically takes the hit and sinks the shot, and he'll go to the line for 1.
I will say, Park Tudor are not playing a bad third quarter, but the Trojans are refusing to stay out of this game.
Yes, they are. Both teams just playing as hard as they can, but here comes Moore on the free throw line. He's got 1, trying to make it a 10-point lead as the score is 33-24 with 2:23 left in this third quarter.
And the shot is good by Micah Moore, putting it a 10-point lead again, double digits.
And here comes Edreese Redmond taking the ball up, gives it to Charleston Bowles Jr., who gives it to TJ Mann. TJ Mann finds Redmond, and back to Bowles Jr. And a shot, a three-point from Redmond.
Redmond wide open for 3.
Wide open, it goes in, and the score is now 34-27 in favor of the Panthers. And Micah Moore takes it up. He gets across the timeline and gives it to Honaker. Honaker driving on Albin. Gives it out to Micah Moore, the three-pointer. Good!
Micah Moore keeping the momentum on our side 2 times in a row now, not letting the Trojans take advantage of it as much as I showed. And like I've been saying all in the second half of the season, Micah Moore has improved immensely and deserves everything he's gotten on our team.
In the first half, the star was Ronald Johnson. In the second half so far, it has been Micah Moore, absolutely on fire. 2 straight possessions where he gets 3 points as the Park Tudor cheerleaders are throwing out their famous candy toilet paper rolls, and the Park Tudor student section is going wild. It looks like
they might throw us one. Will they throw the commentators one?
Our hands up, and the cheerleaders
and instead it goes to Alec Vocal.
Alec Vocal scrambles to get the one, and he will pump fake us, not give it to us. Oh. And we are candyless up here in the broadcast.
That is an interesting comment you had about Ronald Johnson, almost forgetting about him as he has gone silent since that first quarter.
Yes, he has.
But Ronald Johnson still playing a good game overall, other than his scoring has slowed down so much since the first quarter. Don't know if he's had a shot outside of the first quarter, as he had 13 then.
Really has fallen silent since that first quarter. However, looking to turn that around as Mrs. Crossan gives out the annual.
Thank you very much.
Third quarter cookies, much appreciated as always. And Bishop Chatard looking to inbound it. It's number 20, Cooper Lewis on the inbound. He's going to give it to Edreese Redmond as there is no pressure from the Park Tudor Panthers.
And Redmond takes the ball up.
Here goes Redmond. The offense is in motion for Bishop Chatard. Redmond's driving. Redmond with a layup, no good. Oh, and a foul is called on Kobe Albin. Looking to scrap for that rebound. He does not get it, and the foul is called on him. He's got to be careful not to get into foul trouble, as he is one of Chatard's only big men.
However, that is only his first call, so let's see if he maintains not fouling too much.
And Johnson inbounds it to Micah Moore. Micah Moore taking his sweet time, getting up across the timeline. 1:30 left in this third quarter. Oh, and a risky pass to Honaker. And Honaker throws it straight into a Bishop Chatard cheerleader. And it is now Chatard ball with number 23, TJ Mann, looking to inbound it to Edreese Redmond.
And Shelton is mad over there on the sideline.
Yes, he is. Redmond's got it. And he takes it across the timeline. Defended by Micah Moore. Gives it to Cooper Lewis. Cooper Lewis finds Redmond again. Redmond's driving. Passes it to number 12, Sam Ritchie. And the ball is swinging so fast, I can't really keep up with it. But it's back to Redmond now. The three. No good.
Redmond pulls up, no good.
Oh, wow. An amazing play there by Sam Ritchie, who gets the rebound, puts it up, and is fouled, but makes the basket, and he's looking to make it a three-point play. The score is 37-29.
But between both teams, this has now been a total of 4-and-1 attempts for the quarter alone, which is a ridiculous number for one quarter, as people keep getting fouled on their shots and making them.
The shot blocking defense has been sloppy, as that is Sam Ritchie missing his shot, And now Micah Moore's got it, gives it to Honaker outside the three-point line. Honaker back to Moore. Moore driving, and it's rejected by number 23, TJ Mann, who gives it up to Redmond. Redmond's driving. Redmond gets fouled. The ball
so
nearly goes in, but goes out.
If he hits both these shots, he's going to cut it to a 6-point game with 43 seconds left in the third. Not ideal for Park Tudor.
However, Bishop Chatard's free throw shooting has been pretty abysmal so far this game. We'll see if they
2 for 6,
can connect.
2 for 7, so far this game.
The first shot, just barely good, nearly a little short, but the ball finds its way in.
Well, Redmond, one of their best shooters.
Yes, he is. And interestingly enough, Bishop Chatard's star player, number 32, Cody Albin, is out. And now he makes his second, making it a 6-point game, 37-31, with just 40 seconds left in this third quarter, as Micah Moore takes it across the timeline and passes it to Ronald Johnson. Johnson dancing. Oh my goodness!
Missed call.
I cannot believe this missed
here.
Call by the referees. That ball was clearly.
Ronald Johnson went for a pass to Micah Moore, clearly off the knee of the Trojans.
Unbelievable.
Missed call, calls it the Trojans ball up top.
The crowd is voicing its displeasure now, as that was an absolute garbage call.
20 seconds left in the quarter. Looks like they're going to hold it for the last shot. Crowd going wild, both sides.
Yes, Bishop Chatard's bench is all the way up, and Park Tudor's student section is also getting up and getting hype for the last 10 seconds, as we have 8 seconds. Redmond, oh my! He fakes out his own teammate, Sam Ritchie, who thought he was going for the shot, but really he passed it to Ritchie, but Ritchie had turned, and the referee's motion for the Bishop Chatard bench to sit down, as they had been standing up. And Honaker has it mid-court, and now Johnson takes it across the timeline to three.
It's good!
He sinks it!
It's good!
Ronald Johnson comes back with the three-point shot. Deep three. That was looking like Steph Curry. And it is now 40-31, a 9-point lead.
Whereas Ronald Ben, we said, when is Ronald going to come back in his offensive grind, we asked. That answered the question right there. Ronald Johnson hits a three-point to put us up 9 at the end of the third quarter, 40-31. Micah Moore stealing that quarter, of course. Just a great effort by Park Tudor, great effort by the Trojans, as this is heating up towards the end of the game. Hopefully the Panthers are able to maintain this lead towards the end of the game.
And well, the gym is excited. You can feel the electricity in the air. This is Indiana high school basketball, and this is what it's all about. A 9-point game, and it feels so much closer than that.
And of course the referees laughing it out, probably at the clear miss call that both the other referees were able to see. Making fun of the other ref, poking a little banter at the other ref.
That may be the case, and they might be making a little fun of the Park Tudor cheerleaders in the student section as they do the Panther hand clap cheer.
Great movement, great motion.
And here we go. The start of the fourth. 8 minutes left in this basketball game.
And it looks like...
I got play-by-play. I'll take
And it looks like Spencer Hogue. Hey, you did a great job, by the way. Looks like Spencer Hogue is going to take out the ball.
And
for the
Bishop
Panthers.
Chatard with the tight pressure. Hogue gets it to Micah Moore, though.
Micah Moore brings the ball up.
Has it in the backcourt and takes it across the timeline.
And he gives it up to Spencer Hogue. Hogue, Cato fakes a screen, ends up getting the ball through Ronald, though. Ronald tries driving, gets nowhere, gives it back up to Hogue up top. Gives it to Cole Greenwald. Greenwald, tight pressure. Still manages to get it out to Hogue. Hogue tries driving. Can't manage to drive right now. As tight defense by Jason Moore, who's been all over the court. It seems like Jason Moore is picking up whoever has the ball. As Cole Greenwald has it. Now Spencer Hogue has it on the wing. Gives it back to Ronald Johnson. Ronald swings it to Gaddafi. Gaddafi dribbles it up top. Gives it to Cole Greenwald on the wing. Great passing by Park Tudor. Great defense, though. Gaddafi fakes a shot. Gaddafi faked a shot at the top of the key. Drives in and gets fouled, up for 2 shots.
The blocking foul is on number 22, Jason Moore, as Gaddafi Honecker.
Man, it's going to be actually on TJ Mann. Oh, you said 22. Excuse me. 22, Jason Moore. My bad.
Here comes Honecker for his first. Honecker releases it, and it's good, giving the Panthers a 10-point lead, 41-31, with 7:14 left in this game. And we have a substitution as Edris Redmond is subbing out for number 20, Cooper Lewis, for the Bishop Chatard Trojans.
Really, Gaddafi hitting 1 for 2 on the game on free throws, getting a lot of points, being a big presence in the paint.
And Honecker.
And it's good.
Barely makes it.
Hits
the
the rim
3 times before falling through.
Exactly, as Kerr brings the ball up, Cole Kerr that is. Park Tudor going for a full half-court pressure. As soon as they cross the line, they're picking him up with a 3-2 defense, it looks like. As they get it open, wide open to Cooper Lewis for 3, though. And it's good. Cooper Lewis hits it. Cuts the lead down to 8, 42-34 with 6:55 in the game. Once again, great game so far. As Ronald Johnson brings the ball up, gives it off to Gaddafi Honecker. Honecker has it on the wing. Kicks it to Micah Moore. Micah down in the baseline to Spencer. Spencer back up top to Gaddafi. Great defense by Bishop Chatard, playing a great man-to-man all throughout this game. Gives it to Gaddafi Honecker. Takes a deep jumper. Off the rim, no good. As Kerr pulls down the rebound. 8-point game. Gives it out to Cooper Lewis. Cooper Lewis gives it out. And it's a score. No, it's no good. That was Jason Moore missing the shot. And then Cole Kerr gets a foul, trying to strip it back from Micah Moore, who got the rebound.
And the foul is on. Ooh. And I almost thought there was a technical being called, but instead it's a timeout for Bishop Chatard's coach, Brian Shaughnessy.
And the Trojans are not by any means out of this game. Park Tudor, though, playing a great game all throughout. Hopefully they'll keep it up. Panthers starting another cheerleaders. Cheerleaders for the Trojans seem to have given up on this game.
Yes, they have. They seem to be hiding out in their little corner as the Park Tudor cheerleaders appear to be debuting a new cheer.
And who do you think's been the MVP of the whole game for both teams?
Honestly, the MVP of the game for me has to be Micah Moore. A great first half with lots of scrappy hustle plays, and then really coming alive offensively in the second half. As the buzzer sounds, the teams disperse, and it is now.
Well, I personally think for Park Tudor it's been Ronald Johnson. Yes, Micah Moore's played a great game, but Ronald Johnson has been able to handle this game.
Well, Gage, let's agree to disagree as Spencer Hogue inbounds it to Micah Moore, and he brings it up the court, and he'll take it across the timeline, guarded heavily by number 11, Cole Kerr.
Gives it to Cole Greenwald.
And Greenwald's driving.
Kicks it back out to Ronald Johnson. Ronald Johnson up top, guarded closely by Moore.
And Johnson finds Greenwald.
Greenwald has it, gives it back to Hogue. Hogue dribbles it up, tries driving, he gets a drive. Nowhere though, kicks it back up top to Gaddafi Honecker. Honecker guarded by Cole Kerr. Kind of a mismatch up top as he gives it up to Cole Greenwald though. Greenwald back to Johnson. Johnson drives the ball in, gives it to Hogue. Hogue drives the ball in, gives it outside to Johnson. Johnson fumbles it, or it could have been a shot. Ends up driving, gets nowhere. Back up top, slow pace for Spencer Hogue. Gives it to Gaddafi Honecker, back up top to Spencer. Great movement by the Park Tudor Panthers.
Absolutely, it's hard to keep up with as commentators, the way they just sling the ball all around the court.
Now it looks like they're tight pressuring the Trojans are. But Micah Moore takes advantage, drives baseline, gets blocked by Alden. What a great block.
Alden with his second block of the game. And he drives like, and a three.
Cooper Lewis airballs a three in the corner. However, they got the offensive rebound. Gives it to Moore on the wing. Moore drives. And he goes up for the layup. Misses it, but gets fouled.
I thought I was play-by-play. I said you were for third. Oh, might be, okay. And what the fuck is he doing? What? I was like, what is he doing? Okay.
All right, anyway. Moore up for 2 shots. And he hits his first one. Trojans have improved throughout this quarter. Going up for a second free throw. 7-point game with 5 minutes left in the game. And he hits a second. 6-point game with 5 minutes left. Anybody's game at this point.
This game is truly making me nervous.
As Spencer Hogue slows up the pace, brings up the ball. Passes it to Micah Moore. Micah right back to Spencer on the back door, doesn't get anywhere. In fact, he turns it over off of Alden's knee. Moore brings up the ball, kicks it, corner three from Cooper Lewis, no good short as Micah Moore gets the rebound. Gives it to Ronald Johnson on the 2-1 fast break. Ronald Johnson fouled though by Browse Jr.
And
that was a necessary stop for Park Tudor. If they would have hit that three, that would have been a huge momentum swing.
Would have been huge indeed. And now Johnson's looking to inbound it as Park Tudor looks to have a stack inbounds play, but no pressure from Bishop Chatard as Spencer Hogue gets it in the backcourt and now takes it across the timeline.
Gives it to Ronald Johnson. Johnson back to Cole Greenwald. Cole Greenwald being a silent presence in this game. Dribbles it up top. Gives it to Spencer Hogue. Spencer Hogue in the corner to Cole. Gives it to Hogue. Looks like they're going to be pressuring now. The Trojans are. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left. Tight pressure. Gives it to Ronald Johnson. Looks like Park Tudor holding the ball right now. As they try to give it back, they try to keep swinging it. Oh, and a clear missed foul. But Park Tudor's trying to capitalize as Hogue drives down on the baseline. Gets nowhere, though. Clearly a body foul on Ronald Johnson right there.
A very risky pass, though, for the Panthers. Never want to lob it up and over defenders when you are near a boundary or
Park Tudor been able to hold the ball for a minute now.
Yes, they have. As Park Tudor looks to be stalling out the game, they appear to have just realized. Oh, and a foul is called on.
And they get the foul, and that puts them in the bonus, which is risky for both teams. That may have been
Park Tudor's strategy there. Make Bishop Chatard foul, make it so that they have to be in the bonus. A great strategic move by Coach Shelton.
And Ronald Johnson will be up for a 1-and-1 shot.
He seemed to be dormant in the second and third quarters, but he is back and fully firing in the fourth.
As people are trying to fit into our broadcast. Ronald Johnson hits the first shot, putting him up 7 points with 3:43 left in the game. Clutch free throws by him.
Jack Anderson. Hey, can I give you money to buy me a Gatorade?
Oh, but he misses the second free throw. As 3:40 left,
what?
Trojans have the ball.
Sorry.
43-36, 7-point game. Redmond drives the ball in. No good on the layup. Alden gets the rebound, however. Oh, they call it a jump ball, but the Trojans remain with the ball. What I said about the rest of the first half, this fourth quarter has made me rethink it just a little bit.
Yes, unfortunately, the refs, our friends, are now our enemies, as they've been calling some questionable things this fourth quarter. And,
Alden has a wide open layup off the inbounds play. However, that was a quick jump ball that went to the Trojans. Trojans had it down low, got Alden for the wide open layup. 5-point game with 3:20 left. Looks like it's going to be tight pressure by the Trojans.
As Spencer Hogue takes the ball up across half court.
Gives it to Gaddafi Honecker. Honecker back to Hogue. Hogue holding it up top. Tries driving. Ends up getting the foul called. Was that a foul? Was that a foul on number 20, Cooper Lewis? Do you think that was the right call there?
Honestly, he was kind of giving him the body check. I cannot complain with that call.
Spencer Hogue up for the 1-and-1 free throw.
And
First shot right here.
Hogue with the shot.
A lot of pressure, and he misses it. Redmond gets the rebound.
A big
Dribbles
miss.
it out. 3 minutes left, 5-point game. That makes the game a lot closer than it should be. As Kerr has the ball on the corner, on the wing, excuse me. Gives it to Bowles Jr. Bowles passes it back out to Cole Kerr. Kerr back to Bowles. Bowles Jr. gives it down low to Alden. Alden has a double team. Is holding it at the corner and forces Shawnee to take a timeout. Could have been a 5-second call right there, but they say that he got the timeout. This is turning out to be a great game.
Absolutely. And it is going to go down to the wire. Only a 5-point game with 2:41 left in this game.
And it looks like the crowd are loud, on their feet, excited, need their team to close out the victory right here.
As the Panther Rumble is being chanted on our side of the gym right now by the Park Tudor fans and cheerleaders.
They are currently chanting everybody to do the Panther Rumble. I'm doing this Panther Rumble right now.
And I'm looking at some stats. A tremendous job by the Park Tudor defense to hold a Bishop Chatard team that is averaging 58 points per game to just 38 points with just 2:41 left in this game. A tremendous defensive job. And specifically shutting down Kobe Albin, their leading scorer, who has not had much action tonight. He is averaging 18 points a game, and he has not had close to that number.
A lot of pressure coming down on the Park Tudor Panthers, a young team that is. They've been in specifically 2 very close games that they ended up blowing with the last-second buzzer beater. Hopefully, this game never gets to that point and we pull away with the win.
A very young lineup right now. Only one senior, and then we've got.
It looks like
3 sophomores
Elijah.
and 1 freshman. Elijah Shelton is in the game, number 24.
Looks like he's in the game to play lockdown defense on Redmond, who ends up getting switched, and now Hogue's on him. Driving on Hogue. Kicks it out to Bowles in the corner. Bowles back up top. Kerr swings it in the corner to Redmond. Redmond.
And a foul is called.
The foul was called on the ground. That's going to put the Trojans in the bonus. 5-point game. Dangerous as Redmond, who's 2 for 2 on the day for free throws, goes up for a 1-and-1. A lot of pressure on the kid, though.
Yes, there is. Edreese Redmond. Can he
as he is only a sophomore, a young player.
And Park Tudor student section is getting loud.
We can barely hear ourselves over them.
Hard for Redmond to be able to focus as it is electric inside the varsity gym.
A lot of pressure on this 10th grader. Let's see if he can hit it. And the first shot is good.
Stays cool. No pressure, no diamonds.
43-39. Right now, going up for a second free throw.
And Shaughnessy offering some advice.
Shot is good. He hits both free throws. 3-point game, 2:23. This is getting too close.
This is going to be an excellent finish as Hogue inbounds it to Gaddafi Honecker, but gets it back from Honecker.
Tight pressure by Cole Kerr. Looking to foul Spencer Hogue after missing that last bonus. Let's see what they do. Don't need a foul yet. Oh, goes for a risky pass. And a late whistle by the refs. Looks like that's going to be on Bowles Jr. as Ronald Johnson goes up for a 1-and-1. Last time he was up for the 1-and-1, he hit the first but missed the second.
Gage, I'm not sure that was the right play for the Panthers. A very, very dangerous pass to Johnson between 2 Bishop Chatard defenders. Nearly could have been tipped, deflected, or stolen away. And with it just being a 1-possession ball game at this point, I'm not sure that's what Coach Shelton needs to have his Panthers win this game.
And speaking of Shelton's, his nephew, Elijah Shelton, getting his debut here with 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. A lot of pressure to put on somebody's debut game, especially somebody brand new to the team after just transferring.
Yes, it is, but we'll see as Johnson steps up to the line and gets the ball.
9
takes
fouls.
A couple dribbles, spins the ball, takes some more dribbles, spins the ball again, and goes up for the shot.
And the shot is good. Good shot by Ronald Johnson. Needed that shot.
He's staying cool under under pressure. The freshman is, excuse me, folks. And here comes the second. Takes some more dribbles, spins it, some more dribbles, and here's the shot. It's up. It's good.
Hits them both that time. Puts it back at a 5-point game. What we needed.
Very big. Couple free throws. for the freshman number 21, Ronald Johnson.
Oh, Elijah with the setback.
Oh!
And a late whistle again. When are they going to call a call on time?
And that's Ed Reese Redmond, who is fouled on his mid-range jumper, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Foul is on Gaddafi Honecker, his 4th foul. 4 for Gaddafi, in foul trouble like he is in most situations. Cannot pick up that 5th foul.
It would be huge because, as you may know, and the first shot is no good for Ed Reese Redmond.
But it is 2 shots, not a 1-and-1, so he will have a second opportunity as he is 4 for 5 this game.
But going back to my previous point, Gaddafi Honecker is pretty much the only big man on this team as the second shot's up and good.
And subs have come in. Now Mann has subbed in for Alden. And it looks like Moore has subbed in for, Lewis. Ronald Johnson taking that ball. Trips. Do not call. A missed travel call. A missed travel call.
Oh, the steal.
But the steal.
The steal for the Trojans as Cole Kerr.
Oh, no. Oh, no, folks. A charge was taken by the Park Tudor Panthers, but they called it a blocking foul. That's going to change from a charge call to an and-1 call, which puts the Trojans within 2 points of the Park Tudor Panthers.
Oh, wow, and Cole Kerr is at the line for 1 shot to make it a 1-point game.
Not only did they miss a Ronald Johnson travel, but then missed a foul right there, 2 back-to-back fouls. Can the refs handle the pressure that has been put on them?
Honestly, both teams seem to be coping with the refs, just unable to. Wow. And Cole Kerr with a crucial shot to make it just a 1-point game. This may be a huge shot for the senior.
Well, we had a feeling that the Trojans could have come back. Nobody said that the game was over after that first half, and clearly they have come back, putting in within 2 points, 45-43, going into the end of the game.
And now Cole Kerr, an experienced senior, is up at the line. And now Cole Kerr takes a dribble, and here's the shot.
No good, he misses a free throw.
Wow.
No, but Fowles get the rebound for the Trojans. Has the ball. Redmond drives, kicks it out to Kerr. But they call it a travel. Travel on Redmond. The sophomore travels, giving it back to Park Tudor with 1:40 left in the game.
A momentous call.
Ronald Johnson passing the ball in, 1:40 left.
And he can't find anyone yet. But
and oh no! Bust!
Who's got it? The refs have yet to make a call.
Oh no!
A timeout is called for Bishop Chatard.
The ball was stolen from Ronald Johnson's inbound to Gaddafi Honecker by Bowles Jr. They take the timeout.
Unbelievable turn of events as Bishop Chatard gets the steal on the inbounds play.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1:39 left in the game. Trojan ball, down 2 points.
Wow.
Thank you to all 4 viewers out there currently.
Unbelievable twist of events here. And
everybody, they're sweating. They're excited to see what's going to happen next.
This is what Hoosier hysteria is all about. Final 1:39 left in this game. 2-point game, Bishop Chatard ball, they're down 2. And Gaddafi Honecker, the big man for Park Tudor, virtually the only big man on the roster.
One has to wonder,
in foul trouble.
Did they get the timeout right there? It was very close. Looked like he might have gotten out of bounds before the timeout was taken. Once again, questionable call by the referees.
To give some reference for you all, Gaddafi Honecker stands at a towering 6'4". The next tallest player on this basketball team is at 6'2", and that's freshman Keyshawn Taylor, who has not played at all today. And sophomore David Williams, who likewise has not played.
The next tallest guy on the court is only 5'10".
And here's the inbounds pass.
They've taken the ball.
Bishop Chatard.
Pass it in to Redmond. Open for 3.
It's blocked! No!
They call a foul on Elijah Shelton.
They call the foul on the 3-point attempt. And Redmond will go to the line for 3 shots.
If Redmond hits all 3 of these shots, it's Trojan lead, which is dangerous. Very dangerous for the Panthers going into this final stretch.
An unbelievable turn of events as Bishop Chatard was at 1 point down, almost 20 points. And now, wow.
Just 3 shots right now.
Another blown lead for the Panthers. Let's see if maybe they can hold on for this last minute and 36 seconds. but it is not looking good for our Park Tudor Panthers.
That was, though, to the ref's credit, that was most likely a foul on Elijah right there as they go up for the first free throw. And he misses the first free throw.
A choke session out here for Ed Reese Redmond.
Redmond has missed 2 out of his last 3 free throws, which have been clutch free throws that he has been cracking under the pressure.
And Bishop Chatard looks to be going for the rebound as they have 2 players. And here's Redmond. Makes
but
it.
He gets it. 45-44, 1:36 left.
And now this could be the free throw that decides the shape of this game for the next minute and 36 seconds. Does he make the shot and make it a tied game?
Shot goes up.
Here it goes. It's
good!
45-45. We've got a tied game.
Tied game.
To inbound.
1:36 left in the game. Everybody's on their feet.
And they're forced to call a timeout under the intense pressure from the Bishop Chatard full court press. Wow is all I can say.
I expected this to be a good game. I can't say if I expected it to be this good of a game. 1:36 left, 4th quarter. Who do you have coming out of this game?
Honestly, and I hate to say it, it pains me to say it, but I think Bishop Chatard, they've got an older, experienced team. They have no freshmen on their varsity roster. Meanwhile, Park Tudor is playing, like, I think 2 right now. So it's just going to be tough for Park Tudor with their lack of experience. They're exhausted. They've almost lost hope. It is still tied. It's anyone's game, but I have it right now going to the Trojans from Bishop Chatard.
Trojans, great second half effort coming back from a 13-point lead at the half, showing anything is possible.
And a 20-point deficit in the first quarter. Who would have thought that at the end of the 4th it would be a tied game?
Certainly not I. Certainly not I. And there it is. It looks like both teams are going to be coming back on the court after that full timeout by Coach Shelton. Both teams running low on timeouts. As it looks like he's going to keep his nephew Sheldon out on the court, Elijah that is, in his first game after getting that foul for Redmond to go up for the 3 free throws. Let's see what he does in these closing stretches as Ronald Johnson takes the ball out for the Park Tudor Panthers. 1:36 left in the game.
Interesting to keep starter Malachi Archie on the bench for this crucial and pivotal stretch of the game as the game is tied 45-45. With 1:36, here we go. Ronald Johnson on the inbound.
Let's see if the strategy plays off by Coach. Gives it to Gaddafi Honecker, who then gets a kickball. Alden going for the steal, ends up kicking the ball, intercepting Gaddafi's pass.
And now the Panthers are going to have to inbound it again. This is a crucial stretch.
Me and Adam Katz have been talking all season about how inbound plays have been a rough spot for Park Tudor. Let's see what they do here as they get the ball into Spencer Hogue.
Spencer Hogue's got it, but he's got to get it across the timeline.
He has a bit of open space as he does it.
He's got 3 seconds.
Just passes it.
Gets it over.
Barely gets it back before the 10-second violation. Gives it to Elijah Shelton, who almost drops the pass, ends up taking hold of it. 1:17 left. Oh, risky pass by Shelton right there as he gives it to Micah Moore in the corner. Micah out to Hogue. Hogue back to Micah. Micah to Ronald in the corner. Doesn't shoot it. Gives it out to Micah up top. 1 minute left in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
And Elijah Shelton's got it outside the 3-point line. He's at the Panther logo now.
Heavily pressured by Alden. And he drives right. Goes in. Easy layup. And it's good.
He's got
it. And it's good. Shelton with the rebound.
47-45.
Transfer.
And a traveling call is made on the Trojans.
And a forced turnover there by the boys. And oh my gosh, what a momentum changer. 47-45, 46 seconds left.
And the Panther faithful.
And Ronald Johnson is taking the ball out on the sideline on Bishop Chatard's side of the court.
The Panther faithful are getting
wild. Ball into Shelton, almost gets intercepted. Ronald Johnson's pass almost turns into a terrible situation.
And here we go, folks. Ball down in the corner. Johnson inbounding. Oh my goodness.
Shelton.
He's out of bounds. Elijah Shelton has stepped out.
And it's going to be almost under the basket for the Trojans, as they are going to get an opportunity to tie up or take the lead in this game. 44 seconds left.
And the Panthers' inexperience shows once again with Elijah Shelton, the sophomore, stepping out of bounds at this pivotal stretch. 44.3 seconds left in this game. Here come the Trojans.
It's going to be Redmond passing the ball in. passes it to Lewis. Lewis back to Shelton up top. Excuse me, Redmond. Redmond has it up top. Tries to pop for the three-pointer. No good.
But Albin gets the board. And Albin's fouled by.
Albin's fouled by
who else but Elijah Shelton.
Shelton with 2 killing fouls. However, he did just hit that shot, that layup for the Park Tudor Panthers. And this is Alden, star player of the team, up for the 2 most clutch free throws of this game thus far.
The leading scorer with 18, averaging a game for him. Sorry for my terrible grammar there, folks. But here comes Albin with 2 shots.
Almost exactly 30 seconds left in this game.
And here he goes up for the first.
Misses it. He misses the first free throw, ladies and gentlemen.
A huge miss for number 32, Cody Albin, the senior.
Alden with the second shot. No good. He misses both free throws. And Kanafi Honaker fouled. Oh no, timeout. Timeout. Or was it a foul or a timeout? It was a foul.
It was a foul indeed.
On number 24, that's going to be on Mitchell Ayers, his second. Excuse me, no, that will not be. That'll be on Jason Moore, his 4th of the game.
But the big storyline of that possession, the senior out of IHM, Cody Albin, missing both of his clutch free throws.
As Kanafi Honaker's up for 2 shots. One of the weaker free throw shooters on Park Tudor Panthers.
Oh, no.
He misses the first one short off the rim. 29 seconds left in this game.
And this guarantees that the Panthers can tie up the game, or the Trojans, excuse me, can tie up the game with a 3 on their next possession, assuming Park Tudor doesn't get the rebound. However, considering that besides Honaker, all 4 of their players are behind midcourt, I don't see a Panther rebound very likely in this scenario.
Kanafi going up for a second shot. And it's good. 48-45, 3-point lead going into the final 27 seconds. And the crowd is erupting here at Park Tudor.
Here comes Cole Kerr. He's the point guard.
Kerr pops the 3. No good. No, Alden gets the rebound.
And
almost gets the and 1 foul. Alden, though, the guy who just missed 2 free throws for the Trojans, up for 2 shots with 16 seconds left in the game.
A chance for redemption for the senior from IHM.
And Jack Button, how close was that to go again for an and 1?
Folks, I think, honestly, that shot was closer than Gordon Hayward's half-court heave in the 2010 National Championship. And that shot was only off by like 0.03 of an inch. First shot, good!
Hits his first free throw. 16 seconds left, 48-46, Park Tudor up 2.
And a nail-biter here, folks, in the varsity jam at Park Tudor School. As Cody Albin
goes up
for a second. It's up. It's
good. 1-point game, Park Tudor up 1 with 16.9 seconds left. Elijah's going to take the ball out. Gives it to Kanafi Honaker.
And a foul is called. And that's Jason Moore's 5th. He's fouled out of the game.
He's out of there as Ronald Johnson goes up for 2 shots to
And it appears that the crowd is oblivious, but now the refs have put up the 5 fingers. He is fouled out of the game. Jason Moore, that's his 5th.
Ronald Johnson, 2 shots right here. Only a 1-point lead. Park Tudor would really need him to make these shots. A lot of pressure on the freshman, as now these free throws are the most clutch free throws thus far in this game.
And Moore is checked out of the game for good. He has been disqualified. Now Cooper Lewis is in to replace him.
Foul out.
Johnson's got 2 shots.
2.
It's 48-47 with just 16.2. And here comes the freshman,
Ronald Johnson.
Ronald Johnson.
Ronald Johnson holds it back. First free throw up. And it's good. Nothing but net. Looking great for him. 49-47.
But let's not forget,
seconds.
The Trojans can tie the game with a 3 on this next
Assuming
possession.
He makes this.
Assuming he makes it, they could easily take the lead if he misses this. Here comes the shot. He dribbles it. He spins it. And here comes the shot. It's up. It's
good. 50
Some
to
clutch
47.
free throws from the freshman, Ronald Johnson.
Redmond takes the ball up. 13 seconds left.
10 seconds now.
Cato guarding him tight up top, but he drives the ball in, goes for a layup, misses a layup.
But it's out of bounds.
It's going to be out of bounds like Kanafi Hawk.
With
4 seconds left.
4.2 seconds. And now the Trojans from Bishop Chatard have to go for a desperation 3. Look for a look to Edreese Redmond, as he has been a top 3-point shooter.
Everybody going crazy. It's going to be
it's loud in here, folks.
Cole Kerr is going to be passing the ball
Redmond. Redmond's got it.
Gives it. Redmond for the 3. No good! That's the game,
And
ladies
that's
and gentlemen.
The Park Tudor Panthers have won it. 50-47 is your final.
We did it. We won the game. They weren't expecting it to happen, but Park Tudor pulled it out in the end. 50-47. Great game. Ronald Johnson hitting clutch free throws. Micah Moore having a hell of a game. Elijah coming in, hitting a nice bucket to put us up 2 at a time we needed it. I have been Gage Hawley.
And I've been Jack Button. Thank you so much for watching. It has been such a pleasure to be streaming for you tonight. The final score from the varsity gym at Park Tudor. The Park Tudor Panthers 50. The Bishop Chatard Trojans 47. Thank you and good night.
Wait, hold on. Park Tudor storming the court. Hold on.